everybody. So I'm going to go over a couple quick housekeeping things, and I will make it quick. If you just saw my previous video, this is all redundant, and I apologize. Check out my business Facebook page, Shelby Frick with Vacation with the Magic. Check out my Twitter and Instagram. That will be all down below, and my blog as well. That would be great. Please, if you like this video, please, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I just want to say, first of all, before I start this whole shindig, thank you so much if you've subscribed. I really, really do appreciate it. And it makes me all warm and fuzzy, and it's sweet. It's just, it makes me it makes me happy. It does make me happy. I'm not gonna lie. I love it, and I hear from some of you, and the sweetest people. I've booked trips for some of you, and the most amazing clients I have ever had have come from this channel, and I'm just not throwing shade on anybody else, but it's really true. It's so true. All right, so I have 2 contests coming up. I don't know why I did like that. Who does that? 2 contests coming up. One is on my business Facebook page, and once again, I said it, Shelby Frick with Vacation with the Magic, and that information will be down below as well. I am going to Disney World in 19 days. Happy dance. And I'm going to have a contest while I am there. So the rules for that are on my business Facebook page, and you have to like my business Facebook page. Oh. So, check that out. The second contest I have coming is with my podcast. Now, it's not just me and my podcast. There are 7 of us in the podcast. So you don't have to listen to me drone on and on like you do for here sometimes. Because, once again, here I go. I have a story about that. When I first started this channel, I thought, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? I'm going to be sitting here stumbling for words. And it turns out, I talk too much. Just saying, there's a lot that I edit. That's scary. So anyway, there is a contest pertaining to that as well. So if you are at Disney World from September 17th through September 20th, you want to listen to that podcast and check it out, because you can win some cool merchandise. And that is for MouseLife Podcast. We are on SoundCloud and we are on iTunes. So I will have that information down below as well. I answered questions in my last video about Universal, and I got them all in. I didn't actually get into the resort and the tickets, because that is something that is personal, and I would love to discuss with you if you are planning a trip to Universal. So that is that. But I did Halloween Horror Nights and the dining plans at Universal, and I will have all the information in my blog. So my next set of questions is about Disney World. And while I do book Universal, Disney World is my happy place. First question is, so I am waiting until 2020 to visit Disney World again. I'm thinking Flower and Garden. What are the usual dates and best time to go for Flower and Garden? Now, hang on. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay, just to make sure I know everything. Yeah. Flower and Garden happens from March till the end of May, and the date in March is usually mid-March, so that's a guarantee, to the end of May. I lost my list again. When is the best time to go for Flower and Garden? I highly suggest May. It's one of my family's favorite times to go, and it's just, see, I live in the north, so it can still be cold, and we've had snow on Mother's Day. So I like to go to Florida, and it's warm, and it's just, it's nice, and just, I like to stand there and sweat, and my husband thinks I'm crazy because I'm standing there sweating, and I'm like, it's wonderful, it's finally warm. And it's beautiful, and they've gotten some of the kinks out, if there are any kinks, into the whole process. Usually not, though. They got Flower and Garden down very much, and I really like Flower and Garden. I like food and wine, but let me tell you, I like Flower and Garden too, and they are upping their food booths every year at Flower and Garden, so I highly, highly recommend. I would say May. I would say end of April is also a great time. Stay away from Memorial Day weekend. So beginning to that 3rd week in May, end of April, depending on when Easter is. You do not want to go to Disney World the week before or the week after Easter. And I have that in a previous video, so I will put that down below. but May, you're pretty good. Okay, the bounce back offer. The next question is, if I'm going to Disney World, is there only a bounce back offer for coming to Disney World again? Or is there some kind of offer if I book a Disney cruise before I leave Disney World? This is from Tristan. Hi, Tristan. She's got a couple on here. I love it. The bounce back offer, if you are at Disney World, is only good for Disney World. Disney Cruise doesn't do a bounce back offer. They don't have to. And as much as it's like, yay, that's great for them, it's hard for us. Disney cruises tend to be the cheapest the day they are released. And the price will go up because they are very popular. So for a bounce back offer, you have to be at Walt Disney World. And you can call, there is a phone number, or you can call the extension 8844 from your room. And it must be booked before 10 p.m. on your checkout day. And it's good until, whenever it's good until, and whatever they are offering. They do vary throughout the year, and the dates vary as well. Next question I have is, what is the best/fastest way to get back to my resort after the fireworks at Magic Kingdom? And as much as I would love to say, like, I dream a genie at back, or like teleport back, which would be great, because there have been times, Hollywood Studios story, sat there, we sat there for a good hour and a half waiting for our bus back to Pop Century. Whoa, that was a rough one. So I would say the best and fastest way, the best way is, if you can, is to chill. So I guess they're completely different. Is to just relax. Maybe I wouldn't hit the Emporium right away because a lot of people are, and it's crazy busy in there after the fireworks. If you can just relax for like 20 minutes, half hour max, and just chill, maybe get a snack, maybe have a snack while you're watching the fireworks and finish the snack, and let the crowds dissipate, break up a little bit before you head out. That's probably the best way to do it. There's something at Disney, at the Magic Kingdom, called the Kiss Goodnight. And it's really cool to see if you've never seen it. It's really stinking adorable, and I love it. So that's not till a little bit, later, when they're trying to kick everybody out. So if you can just chill and relax. This is the same way with all the parks, by the way. This isn't just for the Magic Kingdom. How to, just chill and relax. Not the Kiss Goodnight, just for the Magic Kingdom. The fastest is if you are back in the farthest back of the crowd of the fireworks, and then as soon as it's done, you take off and you go. Now, the buses, I highly always recommend the buses, but they can be crazy. You can get a minivan, and that kind of goes with my next question. But the minivan is Disney World's Uber service, and you use Lyft app, so it's their Lyft service. You go in the Lyft app, you can request a minivan. Because it's the end of the night, I recommend requesting it maybe 45 minutes to a half hour before you need it, or even just a half hour, and you might have to wait a little bit, but they'll take you directly to your resort, and then you don't have to wait for a bus. It's still a pain in the but I don't recommend standing in the back, because you don't see, I don't know, I know, I go with the kids, and they could be a pain in the hiney about this sort of thing. They've been really good about it lately. It's when we're waiting for the bus they get to be cranky and start nitpicking at each other and pushing each other's buttons, which then push my buttons, and but it's just that's the worst time for me at Disney World, is getting back to your resort, especially you're exhausted, and it's a rough time. So my final question is from Tristan again. Have you tried the minivan service? She says, I see it is now rolled out to all the resorts, and what is the typical wait time for a minivan? I did do the minivan service, and I love it. We did it in May. We were a family of 5 because we took my father. And it was in a Traverse, and this vehicle was it was great. I own a minivan, not a minivan like Minnie Mouse van. I have a crappy black minivan in the driveway that's on its last leg. And if Disney wants to send me a minivan to drive around, I totally would do that. But, it would be great. The Traverse is wonderful. It was very spacious. The kids sat in the 3rd row, And then my husband and I sat in the middle row, and then my father sat in the front with the driver, I believe. Plenty of space. They come with 2 child seats. So my kids don't need them. Like full, I wish the kids had the Graco, oh crap, what was it called? It broke down to being just a booster eventually, but it had the back. It still has the drink holder in it because they're still not, they're getting there. We're almost done actually, I think, with Evelyn's. But it's the full, so it does break down into just a booster seat if that's what you need. Use the Lyft app, right? And I do have a flyer that I send out to all my clients before their trip, just so they're aware of the minivan. And like I said, it has rolled out to all the resorts, and it could take up to 20 minutes to arrive. Now, when I ordered it in May, we were using it in the morning to go to 1900 Park Fair for breakfast. And I ordered it, and then it canceled it. And I was like, are you, like, seriously? Like, really? So I ordered it again. So it took about 20-25 minutes for the minivan to come. So I would say order it in your room, or have somebody go down to the front desk area and order it. And then that way, you know, it'll be ready when everybody else arrives. But it is a really nice service. It's $25 one way. And it is now offered from the resorts to the Orlando International Airport as well. So it's really, really cool. That's it. That is everything. That's all my questions. If you have any questions, please ask. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm hoping that, you know, these videos start rolling out now that the kids are going to go back to school next week in a more timely manner. And I will see you guys next time.